load the shotgun for Sarah Palin's Alaska.
Are my testicles black?
Watch Bristol put baby in a corner.
I can't think anymore.
And get wasted on butterbeer with Harry Potter.
It's almost like you were walking on the moon.
Plus, Wendy Williams and Mario Lopez share too much, a fashion show meltdown, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
I think it's funny.
Now, here's the host who's dancing for your votes, Joel McHale.
The background stays the same. Welcome to The Soup. Yeah. We begin this week with controversy. Brandy was eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. I know! Viewers are now up in arms because they thought Bristol Palin's dance was more eliminatable. Let's see for ourselves. Big-haired, rhythmless vampires is a great name for a band. All right, okay. Then came the most sexually explicit results show ever. Let's watch the reactions as Brandy gets
Brandy and Max. Which means Kyle and Lacey and Jennifer and Derek will face off against Bristol and Mark for the trophy.
That was the same reaction he had when he found out his sister was dating Ryan Seacrest. That's great. Congratulations. The shock didn't stop there. A man in Wisconsin was arrested for firing a shotgun round into his television after allegedly becoming enraged following Bristol's performance. Because that's what she needs, another hick firing a load at her. Hey, buddy, this never made you want to reach for a 12 gauge? Thanks, situation. Huge news. Actor Ryan Reynolds has been named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2010. Better luck next year, Frenchie from Rock of Love.
Deep as hell. I'm so hot.
You are, dude. I'm not arguing. In celebrity relationship news, congratulations to Jessica Simpson, who got engaged to boyfriend and not currently active NFL player Eric Johnson. Ex-husband Nick Lachey, who himself just got engaged, said, quote, "I wish her the very best." Oh, get over her already, will you? She doesn't love you anymore. Nothing is going to change that, okay? One person had this to say in response.
Stay out of it, Nick Lachey.
Yeah. Jessica also congratulated Nick, saying, quote, "I wish them nothing but the best." Get over him already! Huh? He doesn't love you anymore. Nothing is going to change that. Juliana Hough used the Ellen DeGeneres show to comment on her relationship with Ryan Seacrest, saying, quote, "Oh my gosh, he's phenomenal. He's really romantic. He's not even in town. And I got in my car, and there are flowers everywhere." I have two words to explain this. Elf magic. Spencer and Heidi say they are now broke. But instead of getting a real job, they go on ET and pour their hearts out for a paycheck.
Now, the wedding everyone is talking about today. Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt, or Spidey, as they've been nicknamed. If you think you know reality television's most talked about pair, I think you're in for a surprise.
Is this just another publicity stunt?
No, this finally is the real deal.
Why should anyone at this point believe anything that you have to say?
Is it too late? I mean, I don't know. I hope not.
That ship has sailed, Captain. Land ho! Props really made that joke. E.T. covered this story for 5 days. Because, like Heidi, this has been manufactured to last forever.
Spencer got a phone call saying that I was dead.
How her near-death surgery led them back to the altar. All this week, the borrowed dress, the hair, the last-minute jitters, and the emotional and private I-dos.
A wedding so private, only we are showing it to you, and only you are changing the channel. Very private. In Mel Gibson news. Mel Gibson gave a sworn declaration in the custody war with Oksana Greg Gumbel, or whatever her name is, and admitted to slapping her because he says she was hysterical and he was concerned about her shaking the baby, but he denies hitting her. So to recap, Mel thinks smacking a woman will make her stop shaking. It's a commentary. Let's talk about chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
It was heavy. Gossip Girl star and teenage provocateur Taylor Momsen said in an interview last week that her mother was to blame for her recent behavior for pushing her into show business too young. We tracked down one of her early shake and bake commercials, and we think the signs were there.
Okay, listen up, bitches. We're making chicken. Okay, I'm shaking a bag. So eat it. Where the hell's my cigarettes?
We had to cut that short because during the product shot, she showed her shake and bake. In TV news, there are certain topics that Billy Bush gets really excited about on Access Hollywood Live. I did not realize this was one of them.
The Axe Detailer cleans your balls. Why don't we start with these small balls?
Don't you people get it? She's talking about testicles. Are you people dead inside? Testicles? I'm the happiest man alive. In music news, while performing on the Australian version of the X Factor, Ke $Huh refused to perform with a dance troupe who she felt were dressed like Nazis. The dancers had black uniforms and red armbands, which they changed out of before doing their number. That's uncalled for. There is no reason for your backup dancers to be dressed like Nazis. Look at mine. Yeah. Yeah, nice work, guys.
Dunk on my neck.
Dismissed. Now. One of you drop your mustache here. That would have made it a lot funnier. Okay. Let's add some schnitzel to the chat stew.
So meaty.
Not like the joke hinged on those mustaches. On the Wendy Williams show, Wendy welcomed Mario Lopez, and they discussed that which should not be discussed.
Here's what you learn about Mario. Clearly, you're not circumcised.
Man, I wish that clip was longer. I'm eating his foreskin. Constantly explain jokes. Later in the week, Wendy had Richard Simmons on to talk about some recipes for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, I can't wait. I got something for Thanksgiving table for you, me and Wendy.
Here's what you learned about Richard Simmons.
Clearly, you're not circumcised.
I'm still hungry. Where's that foreskin joke I explained? Over on Regis and Live with Kelly, there was a conversation about the chemistry between Kelly and Regis. It turns out Regis may know his chemistry, but he definitely needs to work on his biology.
And look, you know,
I didn't realize
I've
that
sat
we were
here many
supposed to
times
have
and I actually feel the steam coming out of her body. She gets steamy. There are times, really. Maybe it's that time of the month. I don't know.
Yes, Regis, once a month a strong torrent of steam comes from Kelly's vagina. It's how she gets the wrinkles out of her clothes and also how locomotives are powered. Later, Kelly decided to have a little fun at Regis's expense. Wonder why? And Regis showed that if you mess with him, he will go old school.
Did you ever imagine what would happen if a lion and a tiger mated?
You would get a liger, and then you would get that picture that you have there.
One of these days, I'm going to smack her. I mean it.
As long as it's not that time of the month, Regis doesn't want all that steam to burn his pimp hand. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for TMI from The Real Housewives, Super Freaky Kids on Super Nanny, 90210 Hits the Beach, and the kick-ass Clip of the Week.
You children need to eat.
Are you trapped in a life of misery and loneliness? The Soup blog can't help you. Though it is jam-packed with photos, video clips, and information, these things can't possibly make up for a lack of real human contact. The Soup blog at eonline.com/thesoup.
On 90210, the ladies take a little field trip, and you should pay close attention to where they are because they're certainly not.
Just so you guys know, I'm not like really big on tanning.
Oh, me neither. I'm not supposed to freckle.
All right, to the beach, bitches.
Oh no, bitches, my GPS is broken. I guess we can't get to the beach now. Let's just go down to the watery, sandy thing instead. It's reality show clip time. It is day 25 on Survivor, and all the sand trails carved out by Jimmy Johnson's extends-enhanced Pangea-sized penis have now been covered over. As the days drag on, Jeff Probst is making it clear he's had it with this crap.
Brenda trying to roll on one of the barrels. That'll work for a minute. Yellow team has made very little progress in this challenge. If this were life or death, you'd be dead. Jane, Naonka, and Chase win reward! Benry makes the best move of the challenge for the yellow team with the ceremonial loser dismount.
Now it's time for the ceremonial loser biathlon, where I strap on a pair of skis and I shoot one of you. Yeah! I love you, Probst. Super Nanny is back, but this time I think she's met her match. I give you creepy, possessed baby.
3 other boys, they're very high maintenance, so making sure Miles is cared for at the same time is very difficult. Our boys definitely fight a lot.
To make things less uncomfortable for strangers who have to look at the one-eyed kid, the mom breastfeeds him. Sarah Palin's Alaska premiered this week, produced by Mark Burnett of Survivor fame. Life isn't easy for the Palins, what with nosy neighbors trying to spy on them. Luckily, Sarah can combat them with her adorableness.
Todd and his buddies got out there and built a 14-foot fence, and is very thankful for that. I think it's an intrusion and an invasion of our privacy, and I don't like it. Some reporters had said I was overreacting, and I wanted to ask them, how would you feel if some dude whom you knew was out to get you?
Because when they get you good. They get you in the getchiest way anybody ever got you. And all you can say is, hey, dude, could you get somebody else for a change? Because I'm gotten good, you know? Get you, go. That's gonna get you. My Big Friggin' Wedding is one show on TV that's capable of turning a girl's dream into a horrible cliche. To deal with the stress of planning a wedding, Tammy gets drunk at a friend's party and then has some big news to share.
When I drink, I'm not as classy as I am usually. I might be pregnant.
You think you're drinking? What's wrong with you? You want to call a baby? You need to drink water. You can drink during the time you see the beginning. No, vodka.
If I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have to give up the cotton candy vodka because I heard it does brain damage. So I'm gonna have to stop it. But it'll be all for my little Giselle Marie coming out of me.
A, it's too late. You're already brain damaged. B, is Giselle Marie a euphemism? Because I think afterbirth sounds nicer. And C, they make cotton candy vodka? Give me some. To some, the arrangement is just a floral design competition show. To others, it's a battlefield. And this judge is about to get his hands dirty.
His tattoos are amazingly opulent and luxurious, and there's nothing opulent or luxurious about this. And I hate branches, and you've gone there again. This is not going to help you win. I'm getting really angry at you. I want to hit you in the face again today. 2 days in a row.
That may smack me out of this.
I want to slap you till you bleed right now.
You know that's why his wife left him. The Real Housewives of Atlanta captures the glory of the South just like Gone with the Wind, because every episode feels like it's 3.5 hours long. This week, Phaedra was preparing to give birth, and she had a friend help her pack for the big day.
Have you guys decided to circumcise him?
Yeah.
That's another thing. You know, you have to have ointment for that. And
Wait, so I need to buy circumcision ointment?
You know, I can't remember if they put just Vaseline back in the day.
Put a big question mark, T, and let's put penis ointment.
This is why I hired LaToya, because she can figure out this milk and penis ointment.
Okay, so I've got milk, penis ointment, ass jelly, placenta barbecue sauce, afterbirth gravy mix, and orange marmalade. Anything else? That's our third afterbirth joke of the evening. I'm not joking. On Moving In, two guys or girls who have been dating the same guy or girl move in with that guy or girl's parents so they can decide who their child should be with. If that explanation sounds unnecessary, it is. Tom is frugal with his money.
What is this? It's a half a burrito. Why would you have a half a burrito in your overnight bag?
It's still good. I spent $8 on that burrito. Of course I have it.
Yeah, and that axe in my bag is for cutting up that burrito, and that duct tape is for putting the burrito back together if I made a mistake, and the shovel is for, shoveling. I'm gonna kill your family. Sorry. On this week's nail-biting episode of The Fashion Show, the big challenge was keeping the contestants from figuring out they aren't on Project Runway. Also, no one was kicked off because Mike cut up his pink dress, threw it in the trash, and quit the show. But luckily for the other fashion designers, Calvin Tran was there with a clear vision for the next runway show.
The storyline like this. The nuclear explosion, boom, in the back screen, right? Explosion and then darkness. And
how does the explosion fit with the body? No.
Can you let me the storyline? Could you just chill out first? How's that?
Calvin, we don't have time. Can we just pick a color first, one by one?
I'm telling you what you speak in the runway, and you keep contradicting me. This is only the picture alone.
Right,
this is
you
background.
have to explain the picture
okay.
if I don't get it.
In background, after the explosion, the nuclear explosion.
Where does the nuclear explosion?
In the background. I told you already.
I told you already. Don't you speak Vietnam English? My mama had a saying for times like these.
Oh, here go hell come.
And there go hell went. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for lots more delicious soup and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Wizards.
Who's excited for the Soup's 300th episode?
I'm bored. You ruined my pants.
Sorry about that, Chuck. Watch the Soup's 300th episode, Friday, December 3rd.
Welcome back. Wow, the final chapter in the Harry Potter saga begins this weekend. Harry Potter and the... I have no idea. Follows Harry and his friends through life after Hogwarts. Let's see how they're doing.
He's defeated dragons, dementors, and dark wizards. But this time he'll face his biggest challenge ever, unemployment.
Don't you think it's about time you got off the couch and went to look for a job? You were about to use the word that shall not be named. You mean job?
Join Harry as he faces his deepest fear, having to do something.
We're wizards.
Wizards.
He's 18, he's just graduated, and he's about to enter the worst global job market since the Great Depression.
I'm afraid we don't have an opening right now for the chosen one, and our boy who lived position is on hiring freeze. But how are you at data entry? Also, tattoos are against our dress code.
No, it's not a tattoo. It's a curse scar from where a dark wizard embedded 1/7 of his soul inside me.
And we drug test.
It's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1.
What are the Deathly Hallows? Not a clue.
Wow. Nice job, guys. Every week on Blue Bloods, the Reagans, a family of cops, gets together for dinner at the end of the episode to talk about the events that transpired on the episode. So really, you only have to watch the last 3 minutes. Good planning, CBS. Usually, it's a pretty lighthearted affair, except this time, someone had to be a downer.
Well, I think it would be fun to be a lawyer.
Yeah, Barrel of Laughs being a lawyer.
I want to carry on the tradition that great-grandpa Henry started and Grandpa passed on to Uncle Danny, Uncle Joe, and now to Uncle Jamie. I want to be a cop, too. God help me.
Come on. Am I that bad?
Mom, was it because it was so sad when Uncle Joe got killed?
When Uncle Joe's limbless torso was found in the East River, his face beaten beyond recognition, a shotgun blast the size of a man's fist through his torso? Is that why? Can I have more potatoes? Which brings us to our clip of the week. That was the most elaborate thing ever shot at E! Former President George W. Bush is now a published author, and after appearing on Fox and Friends, he has shown he is also a great storyteller. He just needs a supportive audience.
Early on in the book, you talk about how your dad pretty much terrorized some nurses at the Mayo Clinic.
So he's lying in bed after an operation, and a nurse walks in. And he says, "Ma'am, are my testicles black?" And you can imagine the nurse's reaction to former president asking that question. And she said, "Mr. President." He said, no, "Are my testicles black?" And so she reaches for the sheet. And he said, "Are my test results back?"
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Brian Kilmeade didn't mean fantastic as in great story. He meant fantastic as in, I'm really relieved to find out that President Bush Sr.'s testicles aren't black. Come see if my testicles are black, December 11th at the Sacramento Memorial Auditorium and December 31st at the Borgata in Atlantic City. See you next week. Yeah!